So hello. If you are coming in, I'm Lara Joe, SirenLara. We're going to do collective tarot. Right now we're starting off with the energy that's out here. Okay, so we have lucid dreaming in reverse and generational curse breaker. So you have to remember who you are, right? You came to stand out. You were never meant to fit in. But you have to remember that involves dreaming. So lucid dreaming in reverse is remembering who you are and what you came here to do. And my friend, you did not come here to fit comfortably in that box that your parents gave to you. Black sheep, you did not fit in, right? That's the whole vibration of all of this. It's like you didn't come here to fit in. You came here to stand out. So what are you doing? Trying to be like everyone else. If you want to be like everybody else, that's pretty freaking boring, don't you think? So, hello. If you're coming in, I'm Lara Joe, SirenLara. We're going to see what you need to know. King of Swords, being very decisive with your life, cutting off anything that feels like a fight, right? King of Swords is being like, no, not today, Satan. Cutting out the bullshit. So, sometimes you have to be the father of your own life. Maybe you didn't have a good example for a father, whether you're a boy or a girl, but it's being decisive and cutting it off and saying, no, we can't keep doing this. So, King of Swords, because underneath all that is 10 of Cups. So it's recognizing, okay, when you put your happiness first, right, then what can stop you from finding the goal, right? King of Swords is saying, I'm going to be decisive. I'm going to cut out anything that is keeping me from what it is that I truly want. 10 of Wands in reverse, you are holding on to everyone else's burdens, everybody else's goals, their ambitions, their happiness, and deciding, okay, this cannot go on any longer. I can no longer invest in other people's ideas or pet projects when I don't have my own completed. So Justice is saying, okay, I'm going to be decisive. I'm going to stand strong. So it could be dealing with a Libra, Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands, finally reaching that point where you're like, I'm done. We cannot keep doing this, right? It's like when you take one burden off your plate and then another one slides in and you have to be like, oh, okay. Oh, this is what we're doing. We're no longer doing that. So Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands is that completion. It's saying no more mental chaos, no more burdens of others, and being done with it. Decisive. You matter. Okay, so I was talking to somebody today and they're like, well, we don't talk nicely to ourselves. I'm like, well, you need to change that, right? You need to put your happiness first because you came here, you went through that really hard thing, so you deserve happiness. Four of Cups is remembering that you do deserve happiness. You deserve to fill your cup. So make that a priority. Even if you do one little thing a day that makes you happy, please make that a priority from here on out. So filling your cup, changing your perspective, because it's that recognition of putting your mask on first, right? When the plane is going down, you have to save you first before you can help others. So Hanged Man is changing your perspective and recognizing that you can't teach others how to be happy if you yourself do not know how to be happy. So prioritizing you, putting you on the list instead of everybody else first, right? Especially if you're a parent. So King of Pentacles, you may be a boss. So this is being stable. This is grounded. So King of Pentacles is also saying, like, did you feel your happiness, right? You've worked so hard for these things, but did you take care of you? And I'm not talking about like a brand new car, right? Because new cars won't fill the hole in your soul. But did you do the thing that checks off the happiness in you? Tapping into your inner child, remembering how to play again. And if you don't remember how to play, the universe will come along to like knock you off your little pedestal to remind you to not be so serious in life. No one's getting out of here alive. So laugh when you can, especially if it's super serious. But King of Pentacles is recognizing you're working towards a goal. What is it that you truly want? All right. And Five of Cups. It feels like heartbreak, it feels like loss, and also recognizing how much have you learned along the way? How many opportunities have you created through this experience? So looking at nothing as if it's a loss and recognizing what have you learned and earned through doing that. We do have justice on the bottom. Again, Page of Swords, being very curious about what has been holding you back. And my friend, it may have been you holding you back. No one wants to hear that, but Page of Swords is saying, okay, be curious about what has been blocking you. And if it's you blocking you, then you need to get out of your own way. And sometimes that is the biggest advice, is like, get out of your way. If you're so tired that all you do is keep dropping things or being clumsy, all right, get out of your way. Be curious about what's going on in your life and start cutting out the things that are not truly for you. The Devil in reverse. So everything that came against you is not actually going to prosper. The Devil upright, this is Capricorn energy. It's recognizing, okay, what patterns have we been stuck in? What guilt and shame? Where do we keep saying, okay, I can't do that because X, Y, Z? And also recognizing where people are projecting, right? So when people tell you you can't do that, no, they can't do that thing, right? I had somebody tell me, oh, you can't do that. And I'm like, yes, I can. I've done that a few times over already. So you can't do it, and you're projecting your fear. So that is also as well, our own fear is what holds us back. So where do you keep holding yourself back, and where do you need to release yourself so that you can grow into your highest and greatest version? All right. Okay, Page of Swords. Again, going back to being curious about what it is that's holding you back. Okay? Exploration. I was going to say exploring. Dora the Explorer, exploring. So, Page of Swords, being willing to say, okay, just because I did that yesterday doesn't mean that I have to keep doing that today, right? Just because we have done something in the past does not mean that we need to keep choosing that option. So being curious about why you keep doing something so that you don't keep doing it, right? Three of Wands, making progress. You're becoming more confident in what it is that you want. You're starting to gain momentum. So recognizing you are the priority. You should put you in the race. And not everyone can come with you. As you start to grow and go places, not everybody's going to be able to make the journey. And that's what I love about this card, especially with Three of Wands. It's saying, okay, as you're climbing this ladder, you can't take everyone with you, right? This is already a hard journey because passion, Wands is passion. So as you're climbing, as you're figuring out who you are, you can't take everyone else with you, right? They can't all fit on your back because it's already a hard journey to make that climb, but you can't do it if you keep carrying others. Yeah. I'm sorry, baby. And your fur baby, okay, so when fur babies cross over, they don't actually go too far. All right. And when I lost my fur baby, and it was very early into my spiritual journey, right? I was very traumatized when I lost my fur baby. And so my condolences to you because it's very challenging. Yet, when I lost her, I imagined she became a spiritual guide to help guide me through my trials and travails. So even though she has crossed over, she has now become like a guidance and a star for you to look forward, like forward to on your journey. Because when we lose an animal, truly they help us slip in and out of like liminal spaces or traveling. So I hope that makes sense and brings guidance and comfort. I'm sorry, my little love. Hello. Stephanie, okay, so there is going to have to come a point where you say enough is enough. And that's a respect point. That's when you finally get so tired of your own bullshit that you're like, I can't take this person back. Like, especially if you have kids. Okay? So Stephanie, I need you to have enough for your own sanity is what it feels like. It feels like crazy making, babes. Okay, so here's this, baby. If someone's in a relationship, whether they're happy or not, is none of your fucking business. Okay? Yeah. Okay, I tend to be identified as like an earth mother, Kelly. So animals come to me, and I do mediumship, so a lot of animal spirits come to me. I've met a lot of animals on this journey. So Oh, okay. So I'm just going to say, here's this part. Whatever other people are going through is their own business. Can I give you a visual diagram? And it's just, I'm a visual creature and I have hard-headed students that come to work with me. Which, guys, if you want to come work with me, I do have pinned my prices and the instructions. You would directly send me, you would send me a DM and you would send money to the Cash App. Yeah. And baby, here's this part, because it feels like you've been going through a really hard time, but I need you to recognize that animals take illness on for us, okay? And they also take spiritual protection for us. And when things are really hard, instead of being sad or frustrated, and this is one of the guidance I gave to one of my followers, right? I'm like, you have to imagine like you're reaching out and grabbing their harness when you're wading through those turbulent waters in life, and they will pull you through. Okay? So that's always how on this journey we try to find like the love and the grace, and the cycle is truly what I bring to people, because even though it feels like a door closing, that door didn't close. It just means that they're on the other side helping protect you from things that you can't see or you don't know. But he's very close, baby. Okay? They always are. A lot closer than you recognize. And you can almost imagine, like, you can probably almost feel like his fur if you reach out your hand, and you can almost feel like their fur. But, and I know I'm going to say your name wrong, but Trina, like other people's problems, other people's business, you just try to stay out of their destruction path, right? Because we're all fighting demons and fights that no one else understands or recognizes. Yes. And Kelly, if you want to come work with me, I do have my prices listed. I do mediumship, I do readings, I do personal guidance. I've been through a lot, right? I help others connect with their magic within. But to sit with me one-on-one, we change lives in real life, right? I help you guys, because I don't bullshit. I'm like, we're going to get straight to the root of shit, and we're going to help you figure out how to overcome it or fix it or move through it or find guidance and love in it. So, yeah. And that part is that you can reach out and you can feel them, right? Even with loved ones, like actual people, you can reach out, even if they're not actually dead. Like, you can reach out and feel them too. Don't do that too often, because it freaks the living out when you send them energy or you try to tap into their feeling. And you can get into big trouble if you're in people's essence that you're not meant to be. So, hello, I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. Come on in. Let's see what you need to know. We are talking life, love, spirituality, mediumship, whatever comes up. Guys, I do Reiki, sound therapy, inner child healing, PTSD, somatic healing. We work through all of it, right? Okay, 8 of Wands and 9 of Cups. So you are getting messages about what it is that you're truly wanting. So this comes with, like, if you're like, oh man, I have to go to this place, and you feel dread, that's you should be recognizing that, hey, that doesn't fill your love cup. So 8 of Wands and 9 of Cups, you are getting messages about what it is that you truly want. Stop denying yourself. Stop telling yourself you're selfish for wanting these things. I need you to recognize that you are not selfish for wanting something, right? You came, you showed up, you got dressed. You need to ask for a plate at the table. All right. So 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups, following what it is that truly makes you happy. Life is so scary right now. Please do what it is that makes you happy. Find joy where you can. Tower, let go of what is no longer for you. If it hurts so much, let go. The Tower is an inevitable thing, right? But it's saying, okay, well, I can't fix it. I can't make it not happen. So I'm just going to try and minimize the damage and get to safety. And that really is with things. With Tower is saying, when you see the damage, get to safety, make sure you're okay, and then come out when you can. So 4 of Cups, you emotionally have been feeling left out. You're hoarding, and that's understandable. All right, people have not been kind to you. The Star, recognizing you are valid. What you want is important. To be treated kindly, because I feel whoever is in right now, people did not treat you with basic human decency, right? They could treat everyone else kindly. They could talk to everyone else like they were human, yet almost whoever you were dealing with, it's like they couldn't even talk to you nicely. And that's their own, like, inner battles that they're going through. So please do not take that personal, because you have made it through 100% of your hardest days. So you are not asking for too much to get a seat at the table, at the big kids table at that, right? So 9 of Swords in reverse and Knight of Cups. You forgot what it was. You forgot, right, what your emotions were, and you kept saying in your head, and this is finally saying, no, what I want is truly valid. It is not crazy. It is not unrealistic. It's not, like, too much. So ask for what it is that you truly want. And you may not actually receive it where you are at. You may have to find a new spot, but you go where you're appreciated. Stop hanging out where people don't truly understand or appreciate you. All right, we're going to read through this, and then I'm going to change decks, and then we'll see where we're going, because we may or may not be hanging out too much longer. Knight of Swords, cutting through the drama, cutting through the bullshit, because with 9 of Wands, you've been carrying too many burdens, and Ace of Cups is saying that you truly want love, and you deserve love. You deserve all of the best, but you have to be willing to cut out anything. Be decisive. Be the shepherd of your own happiness. Stop expecting other people who are bankrupt to be able to give you a deposit of love, right? The emotionally bankrupt can't give you an Ace Cup of love, so stop asking for it. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, this is closing out that cycle, that culmination, finally being like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm out. King of Cups, tapping into your emotions, tapping into what it is that you are truly feeling, okay? And that will bring your inspiration. It'll bring happiness. It'll bring joy. It'll say, okay, well, I'm truly following my heart. Even if it makes me look cuckoo, I'm going to do what makes me happy. All right? Do it. Every day, all day long. All right? Let's see if anything. Hello, hello. Okay, Caterpillar, you're going through the transformation. Dusk, Broom, and 4-leaf clover. Okay, you're going through a change. You do need to study what you're going to do. You do also need to clean up currently. But going through that transformation, the luck is going to be on your side. Okay, so trust the process. Think of when a caterpillar goes from being a caterpillar to the chrysalis to a butterfly. It's not an easy or quick process. So recognizing as you grow through big transformation, right? It's going to be messy, but go back to the basics and make sure that you are keeping everything as clean as possible. So even emotional mess, stop being emotionally messy, right? You're wasting your time. I don't know who this is for. Who's a petty Betty in here? Right? And I can be a petty Betty too, but recognizing, like, we don't got time to be playing with little people. So you don't always need to be petty. You don't always need to say anything. Bat and Valley. Okay, so you may have to trust in the unseen to locate something is what this is. What it feels like. It's like, okay, you're going to have to be able to echolocate or geolocate something that you cannot quite see. So trusting the process, which is so scary. Yet, everything has always worked out before now. Think about it. Everything that you've always been afraid of always works out in your highest and greatest good. So start speaking that over your life. Everything is always working out for me. Start saying, I have lucky girl syndrome. I have lucky boy syndrome. Whatever you need. Okay? Hype yourself up. Because everybody's miserable. Bird perched. You need to wait. You're about to receive some news, but you need to wait. Like, this is taking the time to pause before you take action. So there's news coming, and you need to be sitting still before it comes to you, because then you're going to have to maybe potentially move in a different direction. I don't normally love saying it so variable like that, which is weird that I did. Sunrise and Barrel. Dependability showing up. Recognizing that you will see the results of what you've been working on. All right. So See it through. Be brave enough to see it through. That's a lot of what it is be brave enough to keep showing up, even if you don't understand what's happening, or if you don't understand the process, keep showing up. All right, keep doing the work. Chair filled. You're gonna have an audience soon. Chair filled. You will have people around you that want to collaborate with you, okay? It's like your work ethic, your perseverance, which that word drives me crazy. Perseverance and resilience. That's recognizing it's going to work out for you. Teapot and stork. Okay, so with this, I'm getting family, I'm getting fertility. It's like traditions. It's like you follow the book on whatever you were doing, and it's going to actually give you a benefit and a leg up. Like you're going to have people that want to work with you because you didn't cut the corners and you were willing to see it through even when it didn't look glamorous or pretty. You kept going, and that's what people don't recognize. It's like they give up too early, and then they wonder why they don't have the results. It's like, well, you have to be willing, and this is something I was speaking about yesterday. The fruit is the last part of the process. When you have trees that you're trying to get fruit from, or a seed that you're trying to get a product from, the fruit, or the thing that bears the actual productivity, is the last part of it. So we get angry when we're mid-transformation in our process and we don't see results. Well, you're not going to see the results until it actually goes through the full cycle and culmination. So even if you don't see the results now, please keep being patient, because it will grow something, but you have to be willing to nurture it, love it, and, help change the conditions so that whatever you're trying to bring in has the right environment to grow and thrive, right? We, like plants, right? When the conditions are not right, we don't thrive and grow. So if we looked at a plant and we're like, why is it not growing? We wouldn't yell at it. We would be like, okay, well, let's check the soil. Let's check the sunlight exposure. Let's check the water, all of that. So with humans, why do we say, oh, you're not growing? No, it's, are you getting enough rest? Are you getting your nutrients? Are you getting sunshine? Are you having exercise? All of those things. So when you're not thriving and growing, instead of being hard with yourself or critical, I need you to actually check your conditions, right? Instead of being so mean. Okay, archway. You're going to be walking through buildings, like into rooms that you never expected to be walking into. And I love that for you. All right, I'm Lara Jo, Siren Song Lover. I'm going to go. Instructions for booking me for a read are pinned. You would DM me directly. You would send my Cash App after I send you back from the DM. And yeah, all right. Bye, guys.